So, jumping right into today's topic. Today is August 5th, 2022. The topic of today is, are you ready for the next level? And if you're a young athlete, I really want you to think about what it takes to get to that next level. Because a lot of kids, from my experience, from what I've seen, having gone through the scholarship recruiting process and getting multiple scholarships, it's a little bit different nowadays. Because I think, and from what I've seen, a lot of people want scholarships but don't really want to play college ball because it requires a lot of you. And so when you get on the next level, it's going to require you to probably do something you've never done before. Let me explain. So let's say you go to college and you play football, right? You play football. So most athletes that get recruited play multiple sports. If you excel at one sport, most of the time, let's just take football for instance. You're gonna excel at football, but you want to play basketball, you want to play football. You want to play basketball, football, and track. But you were much better at football than you were at basketball and track, or baseball and track. So you won't get the opportunity to go and play those other two sports. Maybe, in an intramural setting, or not in a setting where you'll be competitive in front of a big crowd, organized ball. So you have to understand that you find out immediately how much you love that sport once you step foot on campus, because from day one, it's going to require so much of you. Let me just go through a camp schedule. Coming out of high school, I was a kid that I had to go through some ACT stuff all summer long. So I went straight into camp. No summer training, no nothing. When you get there, this is the schedule. You may have a 6 a.m. workout, a 6 a.m. wake up. And this is going straight into fall camp. You have a 6 a.m. wake up. You may have a 7:15 breakfast. And then from 7:15, you go from breakfast to, let's say you may have taping from 7:45 to 8:45. And your first meeting is at 9:15. You're in that meeting, you got to get from your dorm or wherever you at, tape, ready to go, have eaten, have been woke up, whatever the case is, whatever you need to do to get yourself going, and ready to go in that meeting by 9:15. The doors are going to close at 9:15, so you really need to be there at 9. Now you go from the meeting in the morning at 9. You may hit the field at, let's say you hit the field at 10:30. So you got an hour and a half of meeting. From 10:30, 11:30 to 12:30, you finish around a little bit after noon, right? So now, when you finish at noon, on some days you may have a workout from 1:30 to 2:15. Well, 1:30 to, let's say, 2:30, and it might swap certain days. But then after that, you got a film study at 3 or 4. And from there, now you're going right back into either another meeting or practice from 6 to 7, or I'm sorry, from 6 to about 8. And then you eat after. There's no study hall at that point in time, so we're just coming out of the summer. But then you wake up the next day and do it all over again. So For my football players out there, it's going to require a lot from you, much more than you've done previously in your previous dealings with football. I can guarantee you. And you find out real quick, is this for me or is this not for me? And you're going to know within that first week if you're going to dedicate yourself to this or you're not. So when you get on Twitter and you post, truly thankful for and blessed for the opportunity to receive a scholarship from said school, understand what that means. Understand the level of commitment that it's going to take from you. Because once you sign on the dotted line, that's it. You're in there. Congratulations. You are officially a football player of said school. Now the real work begins. Because it doesn't matter from that point on out whether you were 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4, or 5. Everybody's going to start with the name across the helmet. No decals on the helmet. And all they'll know you is by your last name stamped across your helmet. And that's when the real work begins. And you find out how much you really love football and at the next level. Because it's going to require a lot from you. So, I asked you, are you really ready for that? You have to really sit there and think, am I ready for the level of commitment that it's going to take for me to be on the team? I'm not even going to talk about playing time. I'm just going to talk about what it's going to require you to actually be a part of the team. Because that's the first step. You have to do everything right just to be a part of the team. This is before we even get in between the lines and strap on the pad. You can't be somebody that can't wake up in the morning. You're not self-motivated to get yourself going. You can't be somebody that's lazy when it comes to doing your work, because that's the quickest way to get booted out. You got to be on time for meetings, and you got to always be doing the right thing. So, for most athletes, they've been used to doing just the bare minimum to get by. And that's the quickest way to not be ready for the next level. So what is it going to take from you to be ready? Start doing the little things now. Pay attention to how you dress, how you present yourself. Pay attention to the things that go on around you in your environment as an athlete. Because it's gonna either help or hurt you in the recruiting process. Believe it or not, these recruiters, they're going on your Facebook page. They're going on your TikTok account. They're going on your Instagram and seeing what you're posting. They're going through your friends. They're going through your Twitter account. They're seeing what you're retweeting. They're seeing what you're liking. Trust me, I'm telling you. I've been there. I've seen it. I've been in the conversations with recruiters, and they've gone through profiles of kids and say, "Oh, we can't recruit that kid because he's one person, and when you meet him, but online he's somebody totally different." And you're gonna be who you want to be and who you truly are online. So be mindful of what you put out, because it could very well be very detrimental to your recruiting process. Don't let a fun moment derail your whole recruiting, and you won't be getting recruited by somebody who's looking for a leader. They're not recruiting guys that are the life of the party. They're recruiting character guys Guys that's going to stand up and do the right thing when it's hard. And it's not always easy. Being an athlete is not for everybody. Everybody is not going to get recruited. And so once you understand that being recruited is truly a blessing in itself. I've played with hundreds of different football players that never had a chance to go to the next level. So that in itself is a blessing. So you have to realize the position that you're in and not take it for granted. Because there's countless stories of athletes out there that took their position for granted and now they're not in position anymore. Quickly. It'll happen. It won't even be overnight. It'll be in a blink of an eye. The whole career ending before it even gets started. So I ask you this question. Do you have what it takes to play at the next level? Because I'm sure if you can go back through this video again, you'll truly understand that it's not easy. It ain't for the faint at heart. And I can tell you from personal experience that if you want to be successful at that next level, it starts now. You better get your mind right now before you sign on that dotted line. Because there's a lot of athletes getting shipped right back home because they wanted a scholarship to post online and not an education to get as an athlete. You can get by in high school. When you sign on that dotted line and you become an athlete of said school, they're requiring you to go to school, get your education, play football, be a leader, and be a model citizen in and out of the classroom. So don't ever take that position for granted as an athlete. You're getting a chance to be recruited, you should take full advantage of that opportunity because most won't get it.